Hey, okay, this is the story of when I was held and questioned for attempted murder. I know, right? So, this happened a long time ago before I had children. I, at the time, was a volunteer for an organization whose sole purpose was to fundraise and help support another organization uh, through fundraising efforts and also volunteering for their different activities. The organization we were supporting is called the Orange County Foundation for Oncology Children and Families, OCF for short. And they provided great services for children with cancer and their families. And as another side note, they are exceptional. I am very, very cynical when it comes to nonprofits. I have been involved with that world for a long time, and I really pay attention to how responsible they are with their funding and donations, and if they actually are very good at the services that they say they provide, that they actually do. And OCF would get my top rating if I had a rating. They're amazing. So, one of the ways the organization I was a volunteer for helped support them was when that organization went to camp with all these children and families, we would go and we would provide an area for the smallest and youngest of the campers. They were too young to be in a cabin without their parents. So they stayed with their parents, but we gave the opportunity for the parents to sort of head out for the day or the afternoon and hang out with each other or have some alone time or with their older children. It was great. It was a win-win. It was amazing. I got my baby fix on during those times. It was amazing. So one day I was heading up to camp and the truck was filled with coolers and tubs of toys and art supplies, snacks for the kids. And there was a car that was in front of me and they were going rather slowly. So when legally and safely could, I passed this car. Many miles down the road, I noticed a police car behind me. And so I pulled over and he came to the window and he said, "I am investigating an attempted murder." I thought and said, "Whoa, that is so exciting. I can't wait to do this. Sign me up. What do I need to do? Where do we start? And can I have a badge and a hat?" And it was at that moment and the look that he gave me that I knew I'm clearly misunderstanding something. And he said, "No, I am investigating whether or not you tried to kill somebody." And he looked so serious and so scary. And I said, "What?" He said, "Can I trust you to sit here while I talk to the man in the car behind you?" I said, "Yes, I won't move a muscle. I'll just sit right here." So that's what he did. And I called my then husband and said, "So this is what's happened. I need you to start cashing all our accounts, selling things, start up a collection, and head to Big Bear because I am not going to do well in prison. I am so claustrophobic. Being in a cell is going to give me constant anxiety attacks, and that's going to happen until I die of starvation because I'm not going to be eating that food, and I've never had that kind of an experience with a woman, and I'm really nervous about that." He says, "Don't worry, you're going to be fine," and we hang up. The policeman comes back to my window and says, "Tell me what happened. In your words, what happened?" I said, "I don't actually know what happened. I don't even know what we're talking about. I haven't tried to kill anybody. So I don't even know what to say here." And he says, "Well, the man behind you claims that you tried to run him off the mountain road, which would have led to his death." I said, "Nothing could be farther from the truth." And he says, "Is that right?" And I said, "That is absolutely right. I did not do that." And so he kind of looks back into the back of my truck and he says, "It looks like you're up here for a big party weekend, you know?" And I said, "I am not. I am actually up here to volunteer for a camp for kids with cancer." And I can tell he still does not believe me. And he says, "Okay." And I said, "Look, I'm going to go ahead and forfeit my right, and you can check the items in the truck and look around, and all you're going to see is juice boxes, goldfish crackers, art supplies, kid toys. That's it." I said, "Okay, I'm going to do that." So he goes behind me and goes back to the truck, and he starts looking through all these things, and he comes back to the window and he says, "You're telling me the truth, aren't you?" And I said, "I am absolutely telling you the truth. I did not try and kill him. I don't know where he's even getting this from." And he says, "You know what? I'm going to believe you, and I want you to know why. I believe you because you've remained calm and answered my questions and have not thrown a fit." And he, on the other hand, is erratic, screaming, won't calm down, and I think he has anger issues. Okay? He says, "So I want you to go ahead. I'm going to hang back with him. You go to where you need to go and have a good weekend." So I take off as fast as I can before he changes his mind. And so I head towards the camp. I find a parking lot and I pull in. I sit there for a bit and I'm trying to wipe down all the sweat and calm down, stop shaking. I call off the family collection for my bail amount, and I kind of talk myself down and tell myself, "You know what? This has happened. It's okay. It was a mistake. You're fine. You have other responsibilities now, so get it together." So that's what I do. I get it together, I calm down, and I go to camp, and I have a great 3 days with these families that will stay with me forever. And I had a funny story to tell then, and I have a funny story to tell now. And I do want to, again, emphasize I'm innocent. And I know that people who do commit murder or attempted murder claim they're innocent when they're not. I'm sure that happens. I'm very sure. And I just want to say I was and really truly am innocent of that. Anyway, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I can't wait to tell you my next story. Please like the video, comment below. Have you ever been held for attempted murder when you didn't do it, or held for anything? You don't have to admit guilt, by the way. Thank you so much for joining me